Hello, stranger. Let's make this cozy place for a gossip session. And today we will be gossiping about books you need not to spend your money on. Oh, by the way, huge congratulations on getting accepted. Welcome to the community. You are a part of the community now. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's just dive into our topic today. We will divide this video into 4 topics: anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and the last part will be my honest opinion that no one really asked for. So, part 1, anatomy. Here you see the whole anatomy. We can divide it into 3 parts: gross anatomy, histology, and embryology. So, for gross anatomy, you have 2 options, which is most popular. I think one is B.T. Chaurasia and the other one is Vishram Singh. The both of these books comes in 4 parts. So both of these books comes in 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, which I think comes in set of 4. And these are divided into upper limb, lower limb, thorax, abdomen, head and neck, and neuroanatomy. Don't even think about Gray's Anatomy. Well, I mean, you have free will. So you see, both of these books, 2 are almost, I would say, 95% similar, except just here and there. It's like if BTC is Amitabh Bachchan, then Vishram Singh is Shah Rukh Khan from that movie, Pratishtha, Parampara, Anushasan. If BTC is a boomer, then Vishram Singh is like a slightly edgier millennial version. Both are similar. Anyways, now come to histo part. Well, here we have options like IB Singh, which is Inderbir Singh, or the other one option you can go for is a Diffeur's Atlas. Personally, I don't use any of those. I just read the small histo portion that is given on the gross anatomy book. But you take my path as a grain of salt and follow it with caution. Embryo, we have IB Singh or Vishram Singh, but I would personally suggest NMC to throw embryology out of their curriculum. But I guess you can't always have everything you want. So I would suggest you to read Langman if you already hate embryology and want to add some more hatred towards the subject. And if you want to just stop at the hate level, then you can just pick up IB Singh or Vishram Singh, whatever, doesn't really matter because they are like a cousin. Some additional books which might not help you to pass exams, but you should not read just to pass exams, but to understand things, since you are in MBBS now, or so I've been told. So honorable mentions are Atlas. You can buy any atlas. You have options like Gray's Atlas, Netter's Atlas, Gary's Atlas, or Rohan's Atlas, and Cunningham's Dissection Manual, which is mostly used by God knows who. Now let's come to part 2, which is physiology. Now this is not very much complicated actually. You only have 2 portions, which is theory and practical. For theory, you have options like, you have 2 options here. If you want to go for Indian author or you want to go for a foreign author. So for Indian author, you have options like Devashish Pramanik or A.K. Jain or K. Similingam. And for foreign author, I think all of you already know this, Guyton and Hall and Ganam. For practical, I guess if you buy any Indian author book, it already comes with a practical manual, which is like a slightly small book. But if you are buying any foreign author books, then you can buy any add-on practical books. In that case, I would recommend you to go for C.L. Ghai or McLeod's Clinical Examination Practical. I have heard our professor saying that this is the best books out there, McLeod's Clinical Examination of Physiology. But it's a bit hard to understand, I guess. And that's it. There's nothing much to say here. Now in part 3, it comes biochemistry. And one thing to mention is that I think you should go for a hybrid approach, like use the Indian author textbooks for to know exactly how you should write on exams, like the pattern and the way questions are asked, the way you should frame your answers. And you can use foreign author books for deeper understanding, because honestly there's no any single book which is good for like everything. If you ask me, I personally use Semilingam for exam purpose, and for some certain topics which requires deeper understanding, I use Gaitan. Now part 3 comes biochemistry is a mystery. There are not really one single thing which I like about this thing. It is just sort of weird in my personal experience. I mean, I don't know about others, but I kind of find like Indian books have too much rectification pattern, and foreign books have too vague concept to actually be able to write in exam. And I am honestly yet to discover one single book that works perfectly fine for me. But anyways, here are the options you have here. So for Indian books you can go for Vasudevan or Satyanarayan, and for foreign authors you can go for Lippincott or Harper. There are other books too which I found, like I found Campbell very interesting, but I didn't actually like hardcore studied it, so I can't really say for sure about this book. And there's Leninger, which I don't think you should honestly go for unless, I don't know, maybe like you are a god. I mean, pick up only if you have the confidence to be honest. Well, now that I have shown you a glimpse of the vast world of medicine and its books, now it's actually time to give you some honest advice. I would say before buying anything, do your own research. Like, don't just buy anything that like you saw or someone recommended, because medical books are really expensive and you don't need to buy all of them. Well, you don't need to buy a single one if you follow me, but I would not suggest you to do that. I would suggest you to not buy anything before you join college. Just join college, attend your classes, be there for a month or so, be in the campus, experience everything, and borrow from the library for first 1 or 2 months. Find out which books you really like, which books you find more simpler or like you understand better with this book, which language you find simpler, and recognize your own reading pattern, and then make a decision to buy a book. You see, you will find out you might not even need any books, cause like, you know, if you already have or like planning to buy a laptop or a tablet, then you can just like read from PDFs. And honestly, when you arrive at college, spend some time there, you will come across like so much study material, different study methods, different ways to study. You might not even need to buy any book at all. And just like I said, if you already have a laptop or a tablet, you might find out that you study better with PDFs, because you know how easy it is to carry everywhere. And books are very heavy. You cannot take them to classes or like anywhere to say. It's just books are something you can only study in your room. And trust me, medical books are no joke. Each book is like 2 kilos or more than that. So see, this is not a suggestion video for like which author, which book is best for which subject. So like, don't go buying all the books I have mentioned thinking that if you have everything you will score better, you will study better, you will get good rank in NEET PG. No, that's just, I mean, stupid. Like, it's just an introduction to like what are the various options available to you as a first year medical student. So if you need any more guidance on this, so let me know. I will make a detailed video on the book suggestions for each subject. Okay, so thank you for your time and we will meet on the next one. Bye bye.